Hey, welcome back. Well, no, not exactly welcome back. It's welcome to something that I might start doing more often. It's a video. Wow, not live stream. This is about the Fallout 4 DLC that'll be coming out Wasteland Workshop. I'm not sure if there's a release date, and I don't want to speculate on that because I'm not clued up. And if there is, well, then Google it. I'm not your mom. I ain't gonna do that for you. I'm sorry. I doubt your mom Googles stuff for you. If she does, she's a nice woman. Anyway, I can't get distracted in this because this is a video, not a live stream. It's okay. Right. So, what I want to talk about is what I've been hearing speculation about, and it sounds really unrealistic. And okay, so I know unrealistic, a game about a nuclear apocalypse. I understand that. I mean unrealistic for Bethesda to do. So, right, here's an example. So I was watching a video, and it was about how they think that the way you'll get these animals from going out into the wilderness and catching them or paying a hunter. First of all, um, I like to go out in the wilderness and go out and catch a Deathclaw, which you might see later on. There's a clip of me in the Golden Sea killing stuff. Um, but yeah, I feel like that doesn't seem too realistic. Like I couldn't see Bethesda doing that, and if they did, I could see like if they didn't implement it well, I could see a lot of people being angry about it. So this is my idea, and this is what I think they'll do. If you look at the picture, the promotional picture, you'll see a giant Deathclaw coming out of a giant, like, box, like a crate. Or, in my eyes, a giant trap. Dun dun dun. You'll be able to trap them. And how will you lure them in? You won't just be like, guessing. You'll be using bait. And what will you be using as bait? The meat of animals you get. There's plenty of different animal meat. If certain animals have a certain preference, which I could see Bethesda implementing, you're the creature you're wanting will have a certain preference, and then boom, you caught it, and then you put it into the giant cage that you want it to fight in, and then you get all your people and they'll come in and they'll be like, we're gonna kill this Deathclaw, and then like they don't, and then you've lost a ton of settlers. And that's another thing. I'm not 100%. Will you be able to have your settlers fight Deathclaws? Because if you do, wouldn't that lower the happiness? Because if it did, this is my idea. If you're putting these people into a cage and making them fight people, and it could be any of your settlers, imagine living in that settlement. You would be like, oh no, wait, this guy might put me in a cage with a Deathclaw and give me like a little bit of a gun. Hell no, I like watching it, but I don't want to get in it. I'd be like that. I'd be running off. I'd run off to the Golden Sea. At least I have kind of a chance to hide. This guy just shoving me in, you know. Um. Also, maybe raiders. Like when you get attacked, maybe that's how you get the people. Because I've heard. I'm not sure if this is 100%. I've heard you could get a raider in there. Imagine that, Raider versus Deathclaw. That I could see that boosting your settlement's happiness, which looks like it would be good because you put maybe like a super mutant and a Deathclaw. They'll be like, "Why you run?" Like and like you puny Deathclaw. That my impression of a super mutant. I hope you liked it. Just talking about the gameplay in the background here. I'm not playing it, by the way. This is pre-recorded. First time I've ever done that. But yeah, I'm starting to build like arena sort of type thing, and what I would imagine an arena to be. The first thing I built was just to clear up time and like so I could talk about stuff. But yeah, I'm just placing stuff and like making it bigger, and I start building walls, and I build like a railing thing, and that's another thing. What like led me to this was I could imagine you having like giant railings around, and loads of people like chanting in there, like kill, 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 and like just screaming stuff like that, and then it made me think. First of all, this is two things. There is if you go to the combat zone, the place where you meet Kate. Um, Kate is not Kate. The place where Kate fights people, and I assume other people fight. And there was actually content that was supposed to be like that, like their voice snippets in the game files. I didn't find it. I don't know where I heard it from, but it's like if you look it up, you'll find it. Combat Zone hidden content, right? But the thing I'm sorry about this being uneven. But the thing I'm thinking of, if you're able to have people fight, wouldn't it be great if they added that content back? All they gotta do, a little bit of animation, maybe a little bit of re-recording, but apart from that, you're all good. And imagine that, fighting people. But anyway, I'm getting off subject. Well, no, that kind of relates to what we're going to say. Betting. Right? So imagine that. You set up betting booths, right? So, by default, you'll have like 20, 40 different parts to the arena that they would be fighting in. And these parts, you could, like, they'd be fighting in, and but I'm kind of, my mind, it just went blank. They'd be fighting in, and it just boosts happiness and fun for you to watch it, fun, maybe some XP for catching something, but it's not that good. And maybe local leader perk could let you put down betting booths. What you get them, you get more like cash. You cap collector lets you unlock more. Same idea at the shop basically. And then, I feel like that would be really good, especially if you could partake in betting. I think that would be really good. And going back to what I was saying about the combat zone. You'll understand why I'm talking about this later. I feel like you could be able to maybe like one or two more settlements. I think that would be nice. Doubt it, but I think it would be nice. Combat zone is one that I can think of just on the top of my head. Let's say the next time you meet Kate, or next time you talk to Kate, she'll go, she'll mention something, and it'll give you like a little pop-up mission for you to go to the combat zone, and then you unlock it as a settlement. That's it. Like nothing else, you just unlock it as a settlement. I think that would be really nice. Highly doubt it, but I think it would be nice. Just looking at the gameplay in the background again. The junk wall I placed right by the stairs, I didn't even notice how stupid it was until I started staring at it, and then I walk up the stairs. I'm like, oh wait, I can't get up here. And I fix it later, just if you're wondering. But yeah, I could imagine that being like a really good aspect of it. Just one more settlement. Combat zone. I'm just saying, I really want the combat zone as a settlement. It seemed very underused. But I'm not here to talk about the combat zone. I'm here to talk about just all the stuff that could possibly happen. And there's taxidermy, and I feel like, yeah, it's fun, right? I'm not gonna lie, that seemed pretty fun, but it seemed pretty pointless. I feel like there must be like something. This is where I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I feel like there should be a better aspect to it. So I'm thinking maybe you need a perk to do the taxidermy, and if you don't know what taxidermy is, basically where you stuff a creature and make it seem like it's alive. The larger the creature and the more facial expressions it has, the harder it is to do it. So I'm like thinking like a Deathclaw would be harder because it's not impossible to taxidermy a human, but it's really hard because humans have all these facial expressions and there's and you'd end up looking like you had like a stroke or something if you got taxidermy. Um, at best, you would look like you had a stroke. At worst, you'd look like the thing from the Goonies. But so I'm thinking, I doubt they'll add a new perk, but maybe wouldn't be armor. Wouldn't I feel like they should add an aspect of a perk, but I don't. I think they would have to put it as a local leader. There's no other perk that I could see working for that. But yeah, another thing about perks, I would say the best perk that I think you should invest in is a 9 charisma for this perk. But it is an amazing perk even if it doesn't come into this, right? So going back to the thing about some guy saying that you might have to hunt them, if you did, and you had to tame them, Wasteland Whisper, where you can literally tame a Deathclaw and get it to fight for you. I like, if you can see my face, I just smile every time I hear this. It's just amazing. You can tame a Deathclaw and make it fight for you. You understand how amazing that is. And that this is before the update. Now, I think that would be really good, and maybe you have to have Wasteland Whisperer to get Deathclaws or something. You like by default you can only get like bloat flies or something like that. First of all, I would think that would be quite a funny troll, to be honest. There's another thing I wanted to bring up. I don't have the picture like on screen at all, but the promotional picture for it, if you look at the top corner, there's a fusion reactor with a fusion core in it. I did notice it, like without anyone mentioning it to me, but everyone covered it, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to say I went the first because I wasn't, but I didn't learn it off anyone. But that's really interesting because maybe not just these arenas. Maybe it's obviously not just like to do with creatures and all that because it's workshop, it's not wasteland arenas, and that kind of makes me think, what else is there? And I guess we just gotta wait and see. Thanks for watching me blab on about the Wasteland Workshop and all that stuff. Really, thank you, because oh god, like I don't understand like why anyone would watch this. I'm trying to keep it going because I want you guys to see the rest of this and how the thing goes all crooked, and I'm like, well, I could fix it, but it adds to the aspect of a post-apocalypse, because in a post-apocalypse no one has OCD, obviously. Actually, that's another thing I want to talk about really quick before I end the video. Why doesn't anyone clean up? Like, I would pay like £20. That's like the equivalent of maybe like $35. I have no clue. But yeah, £20 just to be able to clean up my settlement, just to get clean items. I would pay that money just to get clean items. So clean items comfort, no. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've been the Pap, or well, I'm always me, but see, I did fix it. Like, see, that's actually almost finished. I just placed some, blocks and all that, and then it skips over to the going sea. But yeah, I start placing them. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.